over. You think you're safe? You are wrong. I promise that my work will continue. Saw 4.
Saw 4 is once again directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, and it was released in 2007. And this time around, so if you know anything about Saw 3, you know Jigsaw dies at the end. And then this time, the traps are still going, despite Jigsaw's death. And this time, a cop has to go through a series of traps in a new game in order to find 2 missing colleagues of his. Okay, so Saw 4. Alright. I implied that in my Saw 3 review that my Saw 4 review won't be as positive. And yeah, it's true. I don't think Saw 4 is the worst Saw movie, but it is one of the weaker entries. I don't think the story revolving the detective trying to find his missing colleagues is anywhere near as compelling as any of the stories going on in the first 3 films. It's nowhere near as interesting. The thing that keeps this movie watchable are the traps. The traps are fucking awesome in this movie. There's a lot of great ones. All the gore is great. The best stuff about this movie involves the new copycat Jigsaw killer, and anytime it flashbacks to John Kramer. There's where this movie becomes really good, but just the story revolving around this detective, nowhere near as compelling. It's kind of dull. Yeah, but when it comes to, like, the typical Saw stuff, this movie delivers. It has all the gore you want, it has the brutal, elaborate traps that you want. By far the best trap in this movie, in my opinion, is the hair pulling trap, like the scalping one, and then the trap where this piece of shit pedophile guy gets trapped in. Those 2 were easily the best ones in this movie. It was those. The scalping one is because of just how painful it looks, and then of course the pedophile one where he gets chopped into pieces. That one was just very satisfying kill. And then there's also some parts in this movie where it actually gets kind of like atmospheric and suspenseful. That's another thing that I really like Saw 4 for. It's really, some of the suspenseful scenes are very well done. I will say this is a very well directed movie. I mean, Darren Lynn Bousman also previously directed Saw 2 and 3 before this. And also, acting-wise, it's pretty average for a Saw film. You get some terrible performances, and you get some really good ones, too. I thought the actor playing the lead detective in the movie, he was pretty good. Some of the actors that are victims in this movie, they range from terrible to fine. Tobin Bell, whenever he is in this movie, he's really good, as always. It's just that when it comes to Saw 4, when it comes to the traps and the game, when it comes to the traps and the gore and some of the performances, Saw 4 is pretty decent. But when it comes to the story, this movie could have been a lot more compelling. It's definitely the weakest entry in the franchise so far. If it would have had a better story to complement the traps in this movie, I think this could have been a solid 4th entry. But it is what it is. It's fairly mediocre for a Saw movie, but it's still got some entertainment value here and there. So, in the end, Saw 4, yeah, it's whatever. I am going to give Saw 4 a C+.